Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Man, I'm almost at a loss for words here, man. I mean, I really am. Because shout out to Gabby Arutier. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. Shout out to Gab. They give you a lot of trouble on that board, Gabby. I see it. I don't really follow recruiting, so I don't really, speak on those particular topics. But I see people be trying to give you a hard time in there. And the thing of it is like, look, with the NIL and a lot of stuff like that, you can tell us that, hey, you like Miami here, and the player be like, nah, I don't like Miami. You know what I'm saying? But you're doing a good job. Now, you dropped an article today, and it was very in-depth. A lot of speculation, which at this particular point, since the portal is not officially open, and I have to put quotations around officially, because unofficially, I think that joint been wide open. I think that joint been wide open since week 1. But that's just me, right? And I like the way you broke it down. You broke down with true freshmen who are not getting as much playing time, guys that may be looking to get back home, some Power 5 guys, some Group of 5 guys that may be looking to display their talents at the P5 level, and then you have some speculation. But where I'm interested at is the true freshmen who are not really seeing much playing time. Now, again, this is all speculation, right? So let me continue to say that. You wrote this in speculation. You gave us fans who talk like that, you gave us a little hope. Who talk like, we got plenty of playing time here. So you gave us some hope. You gave us some big name players who may feel like that I'm not being utilized correctly, so let me go down here to Miami. They got plenty of playing time. Right. But this is where the hypocrisy comes in there, right? We know what has happened today as far as the Dan Franklin situation, the series of events that transpired after the Georgia Tech victory. And one of the things that people be talking about both sides of their mouth, outside both sides of their neck, and I just sit there, I be looking like, do you know what you just said 5 minutes ago in that other thread? I mean, do you really know? And no one's going to call you on this. You just going to say this over here and say something that goes directly against what you just said. Prime example. Guys should earn playing time. They shouldn't run away from competition. You need to earn it. Back in the day, Willis and Frank had to sit behind Clint Portis and all that good stuff like this. You need to earn it. Gabby posts that there's some freshmen true freshmen haven't seen the field, and said, why should they, I'm trying to be so serious, why should they waste away their time on the bench at Georgia and Alabama when they can come to Miami and play? But you just said players should be willing to work their way up the depth chart like Willis McGahee and Frank Gore did. I'm not gonna say the young man's name because I don't want it to come off, because this is a VIP topic, so I'm not even gonna not dispel, but I'm not gonna mention any of the young men's name that Gabby spoke about in said article. But one particular guy, I think he plays a position of need, right? He plays a position of need, and I think Gabby said he's only got 13 snaps this year, 13, but he was a highly rated guy. And I'm just like, game fans are like, man, we were in it for him, man. He needs to come on down to Miami, man. Ain't no sense in sitting up there at that big school and waiting behind. We got plenty playing time over here. If he's good enough to play at that school, he's good enough to play here in Miami. But you just said this, right? Shamar Stewart. I don't have to discount his name. Shemar Stewart having a pretty good start to his college career at the University of Texas A&M. Don't even sound right. I don't even think they call it University of Texas A&M. Just Texas A&M, right? I feel like from when he submitted his letter of intent to Texas A&M, Miami Hurricane fans put him in the portal. They put him in the portal. And the thing about it is, he could go play at Texas A&M for the next 2 years, and he may say, I want to play another year. And I feel like Miami fans will say, jump in the portal and come play for Miami. What I'm about to say is no knock to Shemar Stewart or anything like that, so I don't want anyone to take this as that, right? He's a great player. But I think it has gotten to the point that, like, it's mysticism. Like we're bordering on, like, he's a Jadeveon Clowney, Kim Dichie, because I just looked at the top 100 overall top recruits of all time. Cyrus Kouandjio. Like y'all have put him in that stratosphere. And I'm like, man, I kind of feel bad for the man, because it's like, you could come here, have a nice, solid career, and people would say that you've underachieved because the ceiling has been, I can't even reach my hand up how high y'all have put the ceiling for this young man. He's a good player, but is he a generational talent like we say, right? And I thought we don't want players that quit on their teams. But it's a reason to quit on Texas A&M, because Jimbo is a POS, slimy, as Wholesome said, didn't respect the Florida State-Miami rivalry, right? So, of course you want to come back to Miami. I saw some body language experts say that, man, when he looked at that Miami hat, man, you could see it in his eyes. He wanted to put that hat on his head, but he chased the money. That could be true. Who knows? But I'm just saying, man, it's some hypocrisy here, because you want to hold our players to certain standards that they need to wait their turn. They need to do like the old days. But if another player, a true freshman at another school, he wants to leave, nobody has a problem with it. Nobody is saying, why would we want him? He ran from competition. Nobody said he should stay. That builds character. Nobody says that. Everyone's like, there's plenty of playing time here in Miami. If the big school wanted him, you already know he can come here and start day one. That's one thing I don't like, though. I don't really like that y'all automatically assuming that just because a player committed to one of the schools that's considered to be one of the preeminent powers, that just because they have a player that's in a portal, that they're automatically better than the players that we have. Like, I don't like that. I never got that. But again, we got Miami Hurricane fans that value other teams' players over ours and all that good stuff like that. But am I tripping? Do some of y'all feel, do some of y'all see that, where it's like our players have to be this, like, you need to be mature, you need to fight. What did Coach Cristobal say about Rooster today? Rooster, commend Rooster. Rooster didn't take his ball and go home. Rooster took the benching, and he came back motivated and inspired. But yet, XYZ over there at LSU, he doesn't do the same thing. He wants to transfer. Miami fans, man, did you see he was a 5-star? Did you see he was? But he ran away from competition. He took his ball and went home. Hey, it's all about the you, man. even when to the fans, it's not all about the you players. It's about other players, right? But like, subscribe, share, man.